What is up guys, so today for this video we're taking a look at Kate Bishop herself. So this is just a hands-on experience, first impressions type of video of Kate Bishop, and I must say, like, she is ridiculously fun to play. Out of all the Avengers in the game that we have right now, Kate Bishop is definitely top of my list, like literally for like most fun character. I prefer playing characters that are melee based, so characters like Cap and Widow, they're like my favorite players because they're like strictly melee based. However, Kate, she is by far one of the most fluid, smooth, awesome characters to play as. She is literally no joke. There's so much that you can do with Kate Bishop to kind of make her like stand out compared to the other Avengers. We're talking about her abilities, we're talking about her skills, we're talking about her movement, everything about Kate just screams like literally perfection. So, if you are playing Avengers, or if you actually haven't picked up Avengers in a while, Kate Bishop is definitely a reason why you should actually come back to the game. See a lot of questions asked. Kate is entirely free to play. You don't have to spend anything to get Kate. All you have to do is literally just load up the game, and the first mission that you complete for her story, you will be able to unlock her, and then you can level her up as you go there. You're gonna need 1,000 credits though to actually unlock her challenge cards, so you can unlock the skins and emotes and all that other good stuff. But without further ado, we're going to jump into some gameplay right now, and I can talk about why Kate is literally like one of the best Avengers in this game. She is absolutely insane, and definitely a reason as to why you should definitely pick back up the game and start playing Avengers again. So, jumping straight in, hands-on experience of Kate. Ridiculously fun, like I keep saying. You're probably going to hear me say ridiculously fun a lot of times in this video, and that's simply because she actually really is fun to play as. Kate, her movement is absolutely ridiculous. One of the big aspects of Kate actually allows her to be really cool compared to the other Avengers, and very unique and very different, is that she can actually teleport. Teleportation for Kate suits her perfectly. While she actually teleports, she's actually in an iframe. What this means is that she cannot be hit or take damage while she's actually in this teleportation phase. This is actually really like useful because you can actually teleport literally from enemy to enemy, and then you can continuously do damage, or you can then just set up for more combos, whether you want to go to like maybe mid-air, maybe you want to follow with a couple attacks from like your arrows, maybe you just want to just teleport just for the fun of it. Like teleportation, it makes playing Kate ridiculously fun because like I said, it is like you have a lot of fun just going from character to character, from the stationary position to like maybe in mid-air back to stationary. It's just really smooth. Kate's abilities, they all pair very well with each other. Most of the times, like whenever I'm playing Kate as an example, I have so much fun like just using her katana because it's just like absolutely insane. Because most times when I'm actually playing with Kate, I immediately go into a melee focus like state of mind. And because I'm in that state of mind, I'm having so much fun, like teleporting from one enemy, and then I'm using the katana, I'm doing damage to my opponents and everything. I sometimes completely forget that she actually has a bow and arrow. Like, Kate is a world-class gymnast and a world-class archer. She is a protege of Hawkeye, and she is literally like so good in this game. You can tell like Crystal Dynamics really took the time to make this character. Unfortunately, she was delayed, but I honestly feel like the delay was absolutely worth it because of how fun she really is to play. You can actually just come in. I think Kate is actually one of those characters where she is fun to play but hard to master. Once you actually master, she is no joke. Her survivability is unrivaled at this point. I think she literally can just teleport from enemy to enemy, get back some health, do damage to her opponents, and she's just constantly in an iframe because you're just constantly regaining that intrinsic energy every time you do damage to your opponents. And then when you actually overcharge yourself, you're actually producing quantum energy, and this is actually one of the new elements in the game, being quantum energy, where Kate actually has this. So pair this up with like teleportation alongside all of the other cool things that she can do. It's just so fun, so fun. And like I said, this is just a hands-on experience of Kate. My Kate at the moment, she's level 50, so that's max level in the game. However, I still need to work on trying to upgrade her with like gear and everything, because I really want to like do like a proper showcase for gear and build and all that type of stuff for Kate, because there are so many different ways of how you can build Kate. You can build Kate with her arrows because she has 3 specific type of arrows. You can go for the scatter shot, you can go for the explosive shot, or you can just go for the single charge shot. It all depends on like what your playstyle is and what enemies you're going up against. But that's just the beauty about playing Kate, is that you have so many abilities. It just makes it really crazy to actually think about like how you're actually going to take out the enemies. Like you can literally just go from enemy to enemy, do a combo, maybe follow up with like a finisher, and then maybe you can just finish up with like maybe a couple hits from your arrows, and then the enemies are defeated. And like I mentioned in regards to actually Kate, one thing I'm showcasing right now is her teleportation. Her teleportation, which is her movement, is actually really fun because it actually allows you to teleport literally almost anywhere. You can just teleport over and over again, which is actually so helpful in reaching hard places. Because of how fun Kate is to play, especially with like her movement, you're mostly just going to be teleporting all over the place, attacking your enemies, using your katana, and just making Kate look like a Sith Lord at this point. When she whips out the katana, literally she has like a purple saber, or she has like a purple dark saber, which is actually pretty cool. And it's just, I get some real samurai / Star Wars vibes whenever I use a katana with Kate. Alongside her arrows, so good for setting up combos and also like doing like crazy like abilities and everything. And one thing about Kate is that she just does insane damage. So if you are actually thinking about playing Avengers once more, I definitely think Kate should be a reason as to why you are back into Avengers right now. I know that there are some people out there who have actually stopped playing Avengers due to maybe they feel like the game is a little bit repetitive. You know, you play against like, you know, the same enemies, etc. And they just want new content, which is entirely understandable. And obviously like that's just a reason that a lot of people actually speak about as to why they have actually stopped playing Avengers. But I feel like Kate is definitely like a good reason to actually come back to the game. Like I honestly think there's nothing wrong with picking up the game again, actually trying out Kate, leveling her up, trying to get her gear all built up and everything, and then kind of just go from there. Because right now it kind of just shows that Crystal Dynamics, they're taking the time to work on their characters. They're not trying to rush their character, because Kate is really smooth. Like me personally, when I played Kate, I never found any, like I never had like any bugs or anything like that with her. The only thing I have realized with Kate is that because she's like really light, so sometimes you can't actually step on the levers when you're trying to unlock like those secret like chest areas. That's the only thing I actually found. But other than that, I haven't come across like any bugs or any like type of glitches with Kate whatsoever. Like she is very smooth to players, and it's actually really fun because like with Kate, you have so many options for what you'd actually want to do. Maybe you want to focus more on a range build for Kate. You can do so. Kate has a really high chance for critting, especially for DPS. So DPS is extremely high. So you'll be critting literally like as much as possible, especially if you go for that type of like for build. You have 3 specific type of arrows to choose from, and all of them do really good damage, and they all serve their purpose, which is actually pretty cool. Her abilities, L1 ability, which sends out this little decoy right now. This decoy is actually charged with quantum arrows, and this is actually really cool because you can actually just stay kind of next to it, and it gives off like this cinematic vibe where it's like you and your actual clone or decoy or hologram, whichever you would like to refer it to, just firing off arrows against opponents. And the clone actually draws aggro, which is actually really helpful. R1 ability, which is the warp arrows, this is actually really fun to play with, because whenever you use the warp arrows, you have like Kate jump. You can either like jump in the air while using it, or you can just stay stationary. You just spin around with Kate, and then it puts you into a little animation where you like spin, and then you can actually choose where you like the warp arrow to go. And then when you press the R1 trigger, as soon as when you see that arrow has been shot off, then you're actually allowed to actually just teleport to where enemies are, which is actually really good. So it allows Kate to literally be so mobile, which is actually really fun. Like I think for Kate especially, like you always want to be on the move with her, always teleporting, always dashing left and right. Like you just want to make sure you are just going everywhere with Kate. Like it's just so fun, to be fair. They did such a really good job with her, and most of her combos, they pair very well with each other. Like I mentioned, she really feels like a character that was taking a lot of time and effort to like being put in so that they could actually release her properly. Whenever I play like the other Avengers like Cap, Thor, Tony, etc, they're cool and they're good, but I haven't had this much fun playing a character since Kate. My favorite character out of all of them at the moment is Black Widow, just because I really like melee hand-to-hand combat, and Widow for me, her combos suit me very well for my specific type of playstyle. But Kate, she's giving Widow a run for her money, in my opinion. She is really good. And then whenever we look at Kate's middle ability, I talked about this a little bit earlier, but this is where she actually charges up and she has a quantum energy. And this ability right here is called the quantum overdrive. So you can actually charge up her arrows and they send off they actually have quantum energy and charge with them, which is actually really, really cool. Or it actually allows Kate to have a higher fire rate when it comes to firing off arrows, alongside her purple saber is in charge with quantum energy. And katana, I'm just going to refer to it like it is a katana, but it just reminds me of a dark saber or purple saber, just like Mace Windu for Star Wars, whatever. So it's just really, really fun to just kind of like just go around, teleport, use the katana, make it look like Kate's actually like a Jedi or a Sith Lord. I think it's really, really cool, to be fair. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this one and playing around with Kate and everything. Like I mentioned, I highly think that if you are considering getting back into Avengers, now is a good time, because like I mentioned, Kate is entirely free to play. You don't have to pay anything for Kate. It's entirely your choice if you'd like to pay for cosmetics or that type of stuff, if you really want to get more outfits for Kate, if you don't have the credits already saved up. But like I mentioned, she is really, really fun, so definitely give her a try. And like I mentioned, if Kate is so good at this point right now, just imagine when other heroes are going to be added to the game. Like with this type of creativity that Crystal Dynamics have put in for Kate, just imagine what the other characters are going to be like whenever you play with them. They're going to be literally almost the same, if not even better than what Kate is. And Kate is no joke. Like, she is up there for a lot of fun and very, very strong out of all the other characters that we have in this game. So just think about that. Like, you know, like I mentioned, I think we're on the right track for Avengers, to be fair. But like I said, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching. This is, like I mentioned, just a little showcase, talking about like Kate and everything, just to give you guys like a little update on how she plays and what she's like, etc. I will do another video showcasing like her combos, abilities, all that type of stuff when I actually level up a bit more and everything. But like I mentioned, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have fun. Hopefully you guys do pick up Kate yourself and actually have fun with her while you're playing with her. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Take care and stay safe.